Good evening. This is your local indie author, Ben Douglas. I've decided to read a section of my book, Raw Beginnings, an Omnibus. Here's what it looks like, and you can buy it online in a Kindle or a paperback version. So let us begin. One of my essays is called Poetry as Spiritual Practice. This essay was originally published on a now defunct blog in 1996. When I was a youth, I always had a copy of Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass in my backpack. In the chaotic and ever-changing world of 1971, it was standard issue for those of my generation who looked upon themselves as the modern-day equivalent of the transcendentalist. I took it one step further and proclaimed it my holy book. Whitman's longest poem in this volume, Song of Myself, is at once a proclamation of spirituality, individualism, and freedom. He composed his poetry not as a way to make a living, but that of a personal spiritual practice. And essentially, that is how I have always approached my own reading and writing of poetry. Personal spiritual practice. Poetry as spiritual practice comes in two parts. The first is reading the poems of our civilization, plumbing the depths of abstraction to discovering great truths about the world we live in. Secondly, is writing your own poems and making them part of your daily rituals, aspirations, and intentions. And then by assuming certain attitudes and postures, contemplating and reciting poems, chants, hymns, prayers, mantras, songs, and scripture, you make yourself an open and willing receptacle for life itself. In 1982, after having what some refer to as an aha experience, I composed the following poem. It's called The Drifter. The drifter travels an empty highway, frantically seeking his next birthday. Finding not the answer, but yet another dream, he stumbles forward through history with a scream. When will he find his mystical fate? Does he know the hour is very late? When will he finally face his doom? When will the wildflowers finally not bloom? Why does he choose this lonely path? Does he know it may incur God's wrath? Who is this being with his own story? Could it be simply a footnote in history? The drifter walks to a frantic inward beat, and the mystic drum never skips a beat. That's not all there is to this particular essay. There's pages of it, with some of my own poems in it. But I just thought I would read that tonight and give you a little gist of what I'm about. And remember, buy it now.